This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, let me talk about Bomac, man. This was about 3 months ago. I'm surprised I didn't see that. It was under the radar, but I figured I'm going to have to talk about this. We saw what Bomac said, man. What'd he say? He said that little kid, I call him little Mikey, but he called him little kid. That little kid lacks the size, the height, and the reach to deal with the truth. I'm going to say that again. He lacks the size, the height, and the reach to deal with who? Errol Spence, the truth. Because he knows. Mikey Garcia does not have the tools that a Terrence Bud Crawford would have to be able to dispatch the like of Errol Spence. He lacks elusiveness. He lacks speed. He lacks athleticism. And there's no short time with the snack program that's going to turn that thing around. There's just no two ways around that. He's going to have to do more than the time he put in the snack program in order for him to really stand out when it comes to this fight. There's just no two ways around that. Bomac said, man, look, Terrence Crawford came after that other top dog in the welterweight division. That was Errol Spence. Because he knows that's the only other guy that has the skills to be able to fight against his fighter. Notice Mikey Garcia was nowhere to be found in that argument. Because no one that really has the true boxing eye test understands that Mikey Garcia has a chance. They know Mikey Garcia don't have no fucking chance. He's that little engine that could not. I'm going to say that again. He's that little engine that could not. He's el delusional and el hipocrito, like the Garcia family. The man has too many deficiencies in his arsenals for him to be able to even think he could come up against the likes of a Errol True Spence. Errol Spence has the will, man. That man has, like Batman, indomitable will. There you go. That's a new word for you, Rudy Poo, and you plum brains. Go research the word indomitable will. It's basically a relentless, persistent, and unquenchable will to win. Errol Spence has the weight advantage. He's going to be in that fight, the bigger man. So he's not getting stopped. The man spars heavyweights and light heavyweights. Don't get me started on that. Just go ask his coach, Derrick James. And he has the power. That's why I debunk IBFP or whatever the fart his name is, trying to come up in here and say Errol Spence don't got no power. His power is overrated. Don't let that man put the blinders on you guys' eyes, man. He likes to play that stupid game with you cats. The Mikey Garcia fanboys of the world. The ones who lack neuron receptors to be able to reason critically and effectively. That's who he likes to put the blinders over. But those who are the real G's out there in these real boxing streets that know what time it is, know that we think a little bit deeper than that. We have some critical thinking over here on this side of the block. Bomac just pretty much dissed Mikey Garcia, man. He realized that Mikey Garcia is what? A little kid. That's what he called him. He knows he lacks the tools. If you listen to Bomac, he says Mikey Garcia lacks the tools to be able to beat Errol Spence. You want to know what the tools are? I'm going to tell you what the tools are. Because IBFP, or whatever the fart his name is, has tried so many times to the point where now he's triple buck dancing and triple backtracking. You don't even know what he's saying. He's tripping over his words because I done Sun Tzu Art of Warrior's ass. Here's how you beat Errol Spence. You have to have sheer elusiveness. You have to have sheer athleticism. You have to have sheer speed. And you have to be able to box off of your back foot so effectively. I'm talking about to the level of a Terrence Crawford or Floyd Mayweather. Because these guys can keep it up for 12 rounds. See, that's the thing. You can't just have that style and think it's just going to work 1 round or 2 rounds. Because you got to remember, the onslaught that Errol Spence is coming at you with is a 12-rounder. You damn near can go 15 rounds with that. So you have to make sure that your elusiveness, your speed, and your athleticism can last 12 to 15 rounds. And if you can do that, then you can pull off the upset. Plus, you have to have respectable power on top of that to where you could be able to keep Errol Spence off of you. And what I mean by that is respectable enough power to where he has to respect you. I feel that a Terrence Bud Crawford has something like that. Mayweather had that. That's that pop that he had where he hit you with the shot. You saw that in the Canelo Alvarez fight. Canelo Alvarez weighed 20 plus more pounds than him. But there was something that was holding Canelo Alvarez back. There was something Mayweather was throwing when he was going to that body. Boom! He was throwing them real quick low body shots. That's because Mayweather got pop. Everyone knows that. His pop is very respectable. I feel Terrence Crawford has that same kind of pop. Maybe a little bit more than Mayweather. That's why Terrence Crawford would be a dangerous fight for Errol Spence. Because Terrence Crawford poses those puzzles that Errol Spence would have to really go deep into the tool shed and get all those tools to come out of that tool yard. Mikey Garcia is not doing that. People forget this man likes to be counter-punching crazy. That's what he feeds off of. He just likes to sit there in the distance, sit in the pocket, and get his nice little range, be comfortable, and try to counterpunch you all day. That's not happening against Errol Spence, because Errol Spence is going to use the tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work to make life uncomfortable for the likes of Mikey Garcia all night. Whatever you saw Sergey Limpinets was doing when he had those successes, could you imagine that 100% of the times? With no success for Mikey Garcia, because his timing is going to be disrupted. Errol Spence is going to be giving him different looks. He's going to be coming in and out laterally. He's not going to know what to expect, man. And Errol Spence is going to be switching up that punch every single time. You watch. In the early rounds, you're going to start seeing Mikey Garcia's nose bleed. His eyes are going to start to swell before the knockout happens. Because that's what happens in the Errol Spence fights. Your body shows the damage that he's doing to you. Accumulative damage. So does he have that one-trick pony power that a Deontay Wilder has? Or a Tank Davis? No, he does not. But he has a cumulative amount of punching power. Because he destroys you from punch after punch. Because it comes with what? Thudding power. This is what a guy that has a 21 TKO stoppage out of 24 fights does to you. He damn near demoralizes you. And if you're not careful, man, he damn near will make you feel sorry for yourself. Like I said, the Robert Garcias of the world better have a custom-made Mexican embroiled towel that they got to throw in that damn ring, because that's what's about to happen. They're going to need to throw that freaking towel in the ring. And they better make sure they throw it in the direction where the referee's looking. Because if not, whatever extra punch that Errol Spence gets off, that's that much more time you got to take off of Mikey Garcia's career. Because like I said, he's not going to be the same fighter at the end of this fight. He will be what's called a shell of himself. And see, me, I see that. The Virgil Hunters of the world see that. The Bomac see that. So why the fuck does an IBFP or whatever the fart his name is can't see that? Come on, man. These Mikey Garcia fanboys. I told you they're fickle as you don't know what. And watch them. They're going to start buck dancing and backtracking. And when post-fight March 16 come, you watch how they run like little fleas. Because that's what they do. They're little fleas. They're gnats. They swarm around you like freaking ticks. They're just annoying. But when it's time for them to get out of there and skedaddle, they get the hell out of there. Because they know what time it is. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.